Say hello, Tyler. Give it up for Tyler Hoechlin, everybody. So great to have you here. I know we're just kicking things off, but you're no stranger to a Comic-Con.
No,
Yes.
I've done a few. I've done a few of these.
You've done a few, and I've had the honor of interviewing you a few times. He's so much fun. Doesn't he look fabulous, everybody? Always so polished and elegant. Yes.
How you guys doing? You guys good? Good?
We're gonna rowdy
Are we good?
down.
Yeah.
There we go.
A little better,
There we
thank
go.
you.
We're getting them rowdy for you. What's your favorite part about the Comic-Con experience? Since this is not your first rodeo.
I mean, look, I think it's awesome always to meet people that are truly fans of the shows and the things that you've done, and kind of get to share their experiences of why they're so impassioned about them. I always love hearing stories of, like, people who show up together and find out that, like, they met because of the show. Like, that's always really cool. And it's great, you know, got a lot of friends in that other room that I don't always get to see because we're working and traveling, and it's nice when we all end up in the same place.
Who have you been seeing backstage that it's like a reunion? What buddies do you have?
Colton Haynes. Yeah. Colton and I, same thing. We're always kind of in and out of town, and so we don't always see each other. So it's nice when we get a full weekend and just kind of like stay in the same place. And
We love Colton, don't we? He's awesome. He'll be on a panel, I believe, tomorrow. He's in the house. We've got a lot of amazing actors here. Is there anyone here that you want to meet that you haven't? Like the Ozzy Osbourne family?
I mean, the Osbournes are legends. The Osbournes are legends. Peaky Blinders is my favorite show, so you know, somebody in the house, which is very cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of a lot of people and their work and stuff, and I got the pleasure of knowing some of them, so it's fun.
Well, you mentioned the fans, and obviously we're all fans of you here, fans of Superman. But what was it like to actually step into those iconic boots after so many different iterations of Superman?
I don't know. I always feel a little weird with that question, only because I didn't grow up with the character. I've seen like an episode of Dean Cain playing him on Lois and Clark, and my mom watched that show. So I remember seeing like an episode, but other than that, I'd never seen any of the other iterations. So for me, it was a bit of it was nice in that sense that I didn't have this idea of who the character was too much in my, like I knew who I thought the character was. Obviously, that's the way that I ended up playing him. But I didn't have that idea. Like, I've seen so many other people do this. How am I going to do it? I made a decision early on. I was like, I'm not going to go back and watch everything, because if I do that, then I'm going to feel like, okay, so I can't do that, and I can't do that, and I can't do that. So it was much easier for me to just show up to work and have an idea of looking at the script, looking at our characters, figuring out what made sense in the moment for them, and being able to kind of be true to it that way.
I think you guys would agree that what you brought to your Superman was so original and so phenomenal. Round of applause, because that couldn't have been easy to play such an iconic character. But if we can get a little Oprah moment here and dissect Superman, what do you think it is about Superman that's, you know, puts him apart from all of the other heroes? Because now we have, you know, Iron Man, Thor, a lot of Marvel characters, DC characters. What is it that's so enduring about the character of Superman?
I mean, I think what he stands for, obviously, I mean, it's the cliche answer to go to, but it's because it's honest. He stands for hope. And I think not just the sense that he's hopeful and he's optimistic, but also just there's a hope that someone with that much power would be that good. And I think that's kind of the thing. There's a lot of people in the world who have a lot of control, and not all of us do. And I think it's just the idea that we hope that the people who have that kind of power take that responsibility on, and with best of intentions. And I think that's kind of what he represents.
Very well said. We need more of that in the world, don't we, ladies and gentlemen? My goodness. But obviously, this is a comfort show for so many people. I first started watching it on a plane, actually, and was blown away by just, you know, the graphics and the stories. I thought it was amazing. And it's a comfort show for me. But let's flip the script here. What's a comfort show for you?
Peaky Blinders. That was when we were doing first season of the show. I'm not saying that because we're in Birmingham, by the way. That's not like a thing. When we did first season of the show, it was during COVID, and we were down like some really serious lockdown procedures while we were shooting, and so it was extremely isolating, and that was the show that I kind of watched. And brilliant acting. I mean, the acting on that show was just phenomenal. Love the storytelling, and so that was kind of one that it was. Yeah, I finished everything that was there, and then I would just go back and watch it again and watch it again. And yeah, that was my comfort show in Vancouver.
Comfort show you watch over and over for sure. Now, what do you say next Comic-Con, Peaky Blinders cosplay? How cool would you look in that getup?
I did that when I was young. I was in the 30s. Well, I mean, I did a movie where we were in the 30s when I was like 13. So I had a little bit of the newsboy cap and everything.
Very, very chic.
I
Very
didn't
cool.
have razors in mine, but you know,
I was trying to picture we could be like, look at this, but we don't. Maybe next time. Well, I could fangirl all day long here, guys, but Monopoly Events is by the fans, for the fans. Let's take it to the microphone here. If you have a question for Tyler, just go up to the microphone. Don't be shy. Hello. Feel free to introduce yourselves and keep it to one question each so we can get as many as we can, please. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Hey, man.
It's great to see you here. I was kind of wondering, obviously, right now, Superman's quite in the news with the new film and all. Did you ever feel like, when you see that sort of thing happening, oh, that should be us up in the big screen? Or were you happy with the TV way of doing it, of delving into the characters and doing more kind of long-term storytelling?
Yeah, I always say this, you know, what I get is the experience on set. And I really enjoyed my experience on set. I love the people I got to work with. I really enjoyed the stories we got to tell. When it comes to the small screen and big screen, for me, that's more how you guys receive it. It doesn't change my day on set. You know what I mean? It's not like all of a sudden it's a completely different experience because of where it's gonna be shown. We're still filming, you know, there's still cameras, there's still grips, there's still video village and everything like that. So me, it's really more about the experience, and I couldn't have had a better experience doing, you know, playing the character for the years that I got to and working with the people that I did. So yeah, for me, it's not really much of a, it's not much of a difference. So I'm really grateful for the time that we had with the character and the way we got to do that.
Thank you.
Great question. Superman is so hot right now. So hot, like Hansel. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hi, my name's Karen and this is Nisha.
Hi.
We just wanted to say hi, Miguel.
Hello.
And our question was a Teen Wolf question.
Yeah.
Who was your favourite actor to work with when you were working on Teen Wolf?
Everyone but Dylan O'Brien. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Honestly, one of the great things on that show is I had a lot of really fun, I don't want to say necessarily storylines, but I got to work with a lot of different people pretty consistently, and a really fun thing about that show was like, no matter who else was on the call sheet that day, I was always really excited. So I was like, oh great, I get to work with J.R. Bourne today, or I get to work with Ian Bowen today, or I get to work with Daniel Sharman and Sinqua and Posey and Dylan and everybody. So I honestly really just enjoyed working with everybody, and it wasn't like I was always in one section and not in another one. So I got to cross over a lot, which was really nice. It was such a fun cast. You know, there's only two of us here this weekend, but if you ever go to the ones where it's like, you know, a bunch of the Teen Wolf cast, we're always having a great time. It's a really, really good group.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great question. Now, I did read that you were roommates with Dylan and Tyler. What went on in that house, Tyler?
Season one, Posey and Dylan and I all lived together. It was a blast. Oh my God, it was so much fun. So much fun.
If the cameras were rolling in that house.
Yeah. It was great because I think I had just left playing college baseball, and so I'd had roommates the last few years and done the whole thing, and I think it was like one of their first times kind of like away from home. So it was kind of like their like first, like almost like freshman year of college experience, and I had just done it. So it was fun. It was like a throwback to like where I was like a couple years before that. And it was
That's
really
a
fun.
sitcom in itself, just you guys in one house. Hilarious. Hi
We
there.
couldn't put that on network TV.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is about Teen Wolf. What was your favourite scene to film?
My favorite scenes of film? You know, it's funny. We always kind of look back and like the things that end up being your favorite are the ones that in the moment are like really, really challenging because you're having to do it then. But it's always the one I remember the most. So the second season of Teen Wolf, in the finale, we were shooting this big warehouse, and we were there, and like we had been shooting all week, and you know, whatever the maximum amount of hours that we could shoot that day, that's how much we were shooting. It was just like we had so much to get done in such a short amount of time. And so one of the last nights that we were shooting was we were shooting until like 8 or 9 in the morning. We had started the day before, and so we were all playing a game that you had to volunteer. I've probably told this story before, but you had to volunteer for this game if you wanted to play, but like we would basically run around and like surprise, like slap people on the back of the leg to keep them awake, because we were all just basically becoming delirious and falling asleep. So I think like me, Daniel Sharman, J.R. Bourne, I think Ian Bowen, Posey for sure. I think one or two other people, we all opted in to play this game. It was like the only way we could stay up to finish this shoot. But I just remember being that delirious and being that tired, but you know, getting it done just in the nick of time. That was a really fun scene.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. If anyone sees you falling asleep, just they're able to just come on. Does that work?
No. I'm opting out now. That's not,
I don't even know if that works. We're not going to find out. Hi there.
Hi.
I'm Martha. I was one to ask about Teen Wolf. I was wondering, how long did the alpha makeup take to get on? If it was makeup?
It was
Yeah.
all practical. Yeah, it was about we got it down to about 2.5 hours. So yeah, if it was in the middle of the afternoon, then it was like, you know, we put some music on, we chat and things like that. If it was first thing in the morning, I would come in and I would go back to sleep and get a few extra hours of sleep while they did it. It's crazy when you do that often enough. You can, like, while they're like gluing things onto your face, you can fall asleep. It actually becomes pretty easy.
Did it take a lot of time to learn how to talk with the fangs in and stuff?
Not to learn to, you just have to get used to it. It is a little funky. Like, speaking with the fangs in was actually always one of the most difficult things. Yeah, because it just kind of gets in the way a little bit. So, but eventually it gets a little bit more normal.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd imagine taking it all off would be an arduous process as well, right?
It depends on how long you've had it on. If you've had it on for a long time, you honestly, like, there were times I just start tearing it off. Because if you're doing stunts in it the whole time, you get a bunch of sweat. It's really nice. You get a bunch of sweat build up, and then so you're like, it's kind of almost breaking the seal with the glue in certain places. So you just kind of start peeling it, and yeah.
I've seen us ladies go through after a night out. We're getting all that makeup off, you know. Hi there.
Hi.
Hi.
My question is, what was it like to work with Paul Newman and Tom Hanks?
The best. They were just like the nicest people you could ever imagine. You know, Paul was playing my grandpa, and it basically kind of just felt like you had a really cool grandpa on set. And Tom was everything that you hope people like that are. That's Tom. He's amazing, and I was really lucky at like that age to have role models like that and like people to look at it as an example, because they were just the best. Like, extremely professional, always prepared, and just were like great to everybody on set. Anybody on set may as well have been like the financier of the movie. They were just the nicest people. So yeah, it was really lovely to have them as examples as a young kid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great question. Hi there.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Victor.
Thank you, Dom.
My question is about Superman and Lois. Now that Saturday is over with only 4 seasons, and we know it was supposed to be 7 seasons, what were we going to see the next seasons? Were we going to see a more alien Brainiac, maybe Darkseid? Were we going to see Mongo if it kept adapting elements for the death of Superman?
Those would be questions I would have to ask our wonderful showrunner, because I always got like kind of whisperings of what we might do, and then usually what happens is before we go, like maybe like a month or two before the season starts filming, they'll call us and say, hey, so this is kind of what we're thinking for the season, and they'll pitch us what's gonna come up. So I never really know sadly, I wish I could say like, well, this would have happened and then this would have happened, but truthfully, I don't really know. I always say I would have liked to have seen the boys go off to college, so it's not anything to do with like, you know, any of the other characters we would have brought in, Darkseid, Brainiac, things like that. But I always say like, I would have liked to have seen the kids go off to college and then seen Clark and Lois try to figure out like, all right, so like, what's our life now, and it's just the two of us again, because I know that's always like an interesting transition period for parents. So I would have really enjoyed seeing that storyline, but I'm not sure what other villains we would have got. But I was super happy. I'm a big like arch nemesis kind of guy, or arch rival guy. So the fact that we got Lex Luthor and Doomsday, I was pretty stoked about that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great
man.
question. Hi there, gorgeous. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Tyler. Is Derek Hale really dead?
I mean, come on. It's like the 4th time I've died on Teen Wolf. I like to say I don't know where he is.
He's on stage at the minute, isn't
At the moment, he's on vacation right now. But yeah, no, I think there's probably more to that than that simple answer. Would be my guess. I take a quote from Game of Thrones for this, and I say, "What is dead may never die." So the idea that Derek is dead, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would put my money on that statement.
it? I'll just keep watching seasons.
There you go.
Controversial.
Thanks,
I like-
Charlotte.
Thank you. I like that you did the air quotes. He died. Oh, we've got a lovely question right here. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Hey, my mum watched you in Seven Heavens. What's it like being a child actor?
Good question. Are you one? Are you a child actor?
No.
No, okay. It's interesting. It's so funny. I don't know. It's kind of the same as being an adult actor, but not. I don't know. I grew up. I played baseball really competitively too when I was young, so I wasn't one of the kids that kind of like moved out to LA and like then that's like all I was doing out there all the time. I was doing that, and I lived like an hour away from Los Angeles, so I still kind of had home and where I was from, and I was playing sports with all my buddies that I grew up with. So I never really was like thrown into LA and just lived that life entirely. But it's a really cool place to be. Set can be an awesome place. You're meeting people from all different walks of life, and you know you're working with adults, so that's a different experience than being in school and being in class. I thought it was a really cool place to learn how things were done and how things were made, and meeting people from all different walks of life. I thought that was really cool and interesting as a kid. Yeah, it can be a weird place, but for me it was a really great experience. I really enjoyed it, and it helped me, without going out and seeing the world, it kind of helped me to see the world as a young kid.
Great question. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for the question. It's a great
You
question.
started very young. You started even as a baby, right?
I was like, I did commercials as a baby, and I found out about that later. So I apparently took a hiatus in my career from like 2 years old to 8 years old, I guess. So yeah. Then I came back.
Hi there.
Hi.
What's your favorite memory from filming Superman and Lois?
The rap party. The rap party. So when we started the show, I told our boss, I said, look, I was like, I want the show to be great. Obviously, I want the show to be as good as it can be. I was like, but my number one priority is I want that everybody who works on the show, I want them to say that that was the best set they ever worked on. Because, you know, for us, like, let's imagine that the first season's 15 episodes, right? So it's probably like maybe 13 hours of footage. So the season is about 13 hours. We spent 10 months making it. So, you know, I hope the show is great, but I really hope those 10 months that people spend of their life making the show is as good, if not better, than the show. Like that's really what I hope for those people, because it's a lot of time away from their families and it's a lot of work. So at the rap party, I did have a few crew members come up that said like this was the best set I've ever worked on, and we really enjoyed it. So that to me was a really nice moment to be able to know they're like, okay, cool, that was what I was hoping we'd be able to accomplish, and we did that here. So that was probably one of the nicest moments for me. Just everybody's there and kind of celebrating what we had done over the last 4 years, and it was a crazy 4 years. The first year was really in the middle of COVID stuff, and so that was its own challenge. That kind of lingered through the second and third season, and then we had the strikes, and we had, you know, the changeovers with the studio and the network and everything. So there's a lot of chaos when we were filming. It's honestly kind of a miracle that we did 4 years. So that was just a nice way to kind of celebrate and enjoy the moment with everybody.
Great question. We have time for one final question, then we're going to get you back to your adoring fans. I know, I hate being that guy.
I'll do 2 and I'll answer quickly. Is that okay?
Cool.
2.
Deal.
Hi.
How do you think playing Derek Hill in film industry as an actor?
As an actor?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how to answer that. It's an evolving thing. So I mean, I would say what I appreciated about playing Derek was that I felt like each season I was really given the opportunity to do something different and new each season. Sometimes with TV you can kind of get stuck feeling like you're doing the same thing over and over again. And I was really grateful that the writers always gave me a very distinct character arc for each season. So I think maybe, if anything, I don't know if it was something that I learned, but something that I appreciated was like never getting too comfortable with the character and always evolving and growing with it, and allowing that, you know, that story arc to really have a nice beginning and end. So I was grateful for that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, one more.
One
Let's sneak one in.
No pressure, no pressure.
Hello.
Hi.
Who was your favourite villain throughout the 6 seasons of Teen Wolf?
Oh man. Like I said, I'm a big arch rival guy, so I gotta go with Lex. I gotta go with Lex Luthor. Being able to have that was really great. Oh, and Teen Wolf.
Sorry.
I take that back.
You work with a lot of villains. It's hard to narrow it down, huh?
My favorite villain then? Well, that one I gotta go with like the OG. I gotta go with the Alpha. I gotta go with Peter Hale. Yeah. I thought Ian did a great job that first season. Ian's my guy too, so you know I gotta. I thought the Alpha first season was fun. The whole first season storyline I just thought was like, I love the Romeo and Juliet of Scott and Allison. I love the twist of the Alpha being Peter. So yeah, I think the first season Alpha.
Great
Thank
question.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. They're all very, very good, interesting questions today, by the way. So thank you very, very much. You, Mark, go. What do you got?
Thank you. I'm Amanda. I just wanted to ask you, so in real life, if you could have any other superpower, what would you have?
Flight.
Right.
Flight. I travel way too much. I would love to be able to fly everywhere. The best.
Do me a favour, just say hello to Olivia and Bradley, my children.
That's a second question. But hello, Olivia Bradley. I'm kidding. Hi, guys.
Nice to meet you guys.
All
Thank you
right.
for being here. Oh, all right. Hi.
Come on, man. Come on.
My question is twofold.
Yes. I'm going to answer it while I walk away. I'm kidding. Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
That's fine.
One fold.
So, when you first got the confirmation that you're going to be portraying Superman in Supergirl, how did you take it? How did you prepare?
I went to Vegas with my brother. Because I was already driving past it. It's not like...
And obviously in Superman and Lois, his character is now more involved. He's a father, and so on and so forth, family man. How did you prepare to portray that evolution of Superman?
It was just different in the approach because on the other shows it was very much a supporting role. So it's like I'm there to support. It's called Supergirl. It's called The Flash. It's called Arrow. So like we're there. Our job is to support those guys and do whatever we can to enhance whatever they're doing. So that's our role. With our show, it's Superman and Lois. So now we have time to really take our moments with the characters and let them breathe a little bit and explore a little bit more with them. Whereas in the other one, it's kind of like we're the assist guys. We're passing them the ball and then they get to make the play. So it was just our turn to kind of do that with our show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the incredible
Thank you so much, guys.
Tyler Hoechlin. Yes, thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you. Give it up one more time for Tyler Hoechlin. I told you, Superman is in the building, and guess what? You can go ahead and get yourself a photo op and an autograph and go see Tyler in this celebrity area.